Hello and welcome to Clades genetics lessons, and in this video we are going to talk about clades and sister groups. So here's a definition of the clade. Clade, from Greek klados, branch, is a group that includes an ancestor, node, and all of its descendants, all relevant nodes and terminal taxa that descend from that node on the phylogenetic tree. If you pick a node on phylogenetic tree, you can easily draw a circle around the clade that it defines, as in the tree below. While many clades have no formal names, some important clades are named in formal classification schemes. So take a look at this phylogenetic tree and let's talk about clades. So let's take, for example, node number 1. Clade would include all its descendants, which is species B and C, or taxon B and C. But what if we take node 2? In this case, our clade is going to include taxon A, B, and C. But you should understand that if we include node 2, we cannot just circle B and C taxon, excluding A, because it's not going to be considered a clade, because we excluded one of the descendants. How many clades we have here? For example, if we take node 3, this is going to be a clade which include taxon E and F. In regards of the node 4, we have a clade which include taxon G and H. In regards of the node 5, all the descendants would be taxon E, F, G, H. So here in a yellow color is shown bigger clade which is more inclusive. And in regards of the node 6, we have even bigger clade here, which includes all these three clades. And if we consider node 7, we include all the rest taxons and clades. So this is going to be most inclusive clade. Just like in real life, all trees has branches. And here we also have branches. For example, this is a branch, this is a branch, this is a branch, and we call them internal branches. But also we have here branches that we call terminal branches, which represent taxons or certain species. And sometimes we call them also leaves. Phylogenetic trees also has a root and, as you see, nodes. Nodes here represent places of the speciation where one species separates into different species. Now let's solve some practical questions. In this phylogenetic tree, what is taxons B's sister taxon? So here we have taxon B, and what is going to be sister taxon? Take a look. We have here a node where is a recent common ancestor was of the species B and C, taxon B and C. So sister taxon of the B, species B, is going to be taxon C. This is going to be an answer. One more question. In this phylogenetic tree, what is taxons D's sister taxon? So here is taxon D. So let's highlight it. Taxon D. And what is going to be sister taxon of the taxon D? So here is going to be a recent common ancestor, and that means that all this taxa, which is E, F, G, and H, are going to be sister taxa of the taxon D. And all of them are going to be equally related to the taxon D, and the distance from the taxon D to each of these taxa is going to be the same. We also can say that this whole clade with all taxa is going to be sister group of the taxon D. And the last question, in this phylogenetic tree, the identified node represents the shared common ancestor of which taxa? Take a look. This is going to be taxa D, E, F, G, and H. And we also circle them as one clade. Again, we call this clade because we took common ancestor and circled all its descendants. so this is going to be a clade. And if, for example, we'll take this node, in this case, this node would represent shared common ancestor of all taxa that we see here. And this is all for today. Subscribe and see you in the next video. Goodbye.